Hi guys, in this video I will be showing you how the new Pyromane does against the center bosses in Ark Survival Ascended. The Pyromane stat I will be using came from a level 135 wild tame. These are the base stats, no mutations and no imprints. Then here are my imprinted stats fully leveled. And here are the stats of my Uteranus, and here are the stats of my Daedon. Both have primitive saddles. For Gamma, I ran the test with 18 Pyromane, 1 Uteranus and 1 Daedon. Once the boss fight started, I noticed that the Pyromane were damaging me and the Uteranus with their flame attacks. But as long as I stayed a reasonable distance away from them, I could evade most of the fire attacks. In Gamma, they made light work of the Megapithecus, which was kind of amazing for a very low sub 300 baseline set of Pyromane. And once the Megapithecus was gone, they also made very short work of the Broodmother, but you have to note that these bosses don't hit as hard as their island counterparts. So in roughly 4.5 minutes, the whole boss fight was completed at Gamma. Apart from the fact that they were kind of hard to control due to their leap ability, everything kind of went smoothly, and as long as I kept them away from the water, they shredded these bosses. I then tested the Pyromane against the beta bosses. I used the same set of Pyromane, but I made 2 alterations. I added 1 more Pyromane, I gave the pig a new saddle, and the pig was the dino I used. Once the beta boss fight started, this time it didn't go as smoothly as the Pyromane did end up in the water, which made them a lot weaker, and I could see this because they were doing less damage. So I had to call them back and place them out of the water, which helped us get back on track. But before the Megapithecus was killed, we did start losing some Pyromane. I believe I counted 2 dead Pyromane before the Megapithecus went down. But once it went down, they started shredding their Broodmother, but again, by the end of this boss fight, we had lost 6 Pyromane. Think about it. This is a wild tame set. The stats I got were from a level 135 female. All these Pyromane were born with less than 300 melee. So if you get something that's above 300 melee and even better stats than what I have, and you imprint them as a very baseline stat build, for them to be able to do beta like this and not take that much losses, these creatures are on par with very high level Rexes and very high level Theses. Is this fair? Is this worth $5? Because if you are lucky, in less than a week, if you breed and with the boosted rates, you will be able to have a boss set of Pyromane ready almost in the first 2 weeks of your gameplay of the center. Now, how fair is this to everyone else who doesn't buy the Pyromane? Or is it fair because if they don't spend the money, they shouldn't have this Pyromane and they shouldn't be able to progress at this speed? Does the Pyromane need to be nerfed because this is very strong and it's clearly being used as pay to win on PvP, but now is it also pay to win on PvE when it comes to bosses? Because we know that you can use these things in caves, which makes them super OP with the new cryopod system. Did Wildcard take away our cryopods just to add dinos like this where we had to buy them to use them the same way we would have used cryopods in caves? Let me know your thoughts. If you've tested this yourself, let us know the results you got, and until next time, I'll see you guys then.